Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you all are doing extremely well. So today in this video, I'm going to share important topics as well as important tips that will be helpful for your Capgemini interview. So make sure to watch the complete video. You must be knowing that those students are already done with their online assessment in Capgemini. They are getting their results, right? So soon you will be getting your technical interview scheduling mail as well, right? So that's why this video is very important, and with that intent, I'm making this video to just help you out guys to understand what kind of questions you must prepare, and if there's any doubt, even I would try to cover everything by my end in this video itself so that you can just ace your interview. So make sure to watch the complete video. But before proceeding further in the video, it is just a small request from my side that make sure to subscribe my channel if you haven't subscribed till now, because it will really motivate me to make more such content for you. And definitely we are putting lots of content for you, so channel will be helpful for you. So do subscribe our channel and do join our Telegram community as well. The link for the Telegram channel is given in the description itself. So let's start now. Okay, so first of all, what is the most important thing for your interview? Of course, that's your resume. Now, what happened is that like most of you are just students, you are currently studying, you don't have proper idea like what sort of your resume should be. Some of you are still figuring out what to put in the resume and what not. Even I was doing the same when I was I was a fresher like you, right? So always remember that always put only those stuff in which you are good at. It's like resume is something that is actually reflecting you, who you are currently, what skills do you actually possess currently. So that's what your resume should have. But like what happens that if we have done any sort of certification or any workshop we have attended or anything like this, we do put that in resume, no matter if we are good at it, if we are able to answer the question related to that technology or not. We do mention it, right? Because we think that okay, these things will help us to get shortlisted for any opportunity or so that's what we do. But during your interview, the interviewer will be going to your resume, and whatever you have mentioned in your resume, he'll be like, okay, so this is the real you, and you must be knowing about these stuff, that's why you have mentioned. So always put these things, those things only in which you are good at, you are confident about. Okay, but most of you have already submitted their resume, and whatever is there, it is there, you cannot edit this, right? So what to do now? Just pick up the languages you are good at it, you are having proper understanding. Let's suppose C, C++. You are good at these two programming languages. So first of all, focus on that part in which you are good. Okay. Instead of started learning, let's suppose you have put some other stuff like is HTML, CSS, or JavaScript or anything in your resume, but you are not properly aware of it. So instead of looking for these kind of questions related to this technology, first revise the questions related to those things in which you are good at. So let's suppose you know C++, first revise all the interview questions that has generally been asked from these two programming languages. Now, what source to refer? So I would say just Google it, top 100 um, C interview question, top 100 C++ interview questions, and most probably you will be getting the questions in your interview, just one of them only. Like questions will be mostly from these questions itself. Okay, they are not going to ask you very difficult question, only basic questions they do put up. So make sure that your basic is clear. Don't think that very hard questions will be asked, so you are just revising hard questions and you are just neglecting the basic part, because sometimes we do lag in the basic parts only. So make sure that your basic is clear. That's one thing. Then prepare do programming languages. In your introduction, what you can do is, first of all, start mentioning your name if the interviewer hasn't taken. Let's suppose if interviewer has already said, hey Soumya, introduce yourself. So I'm not saying that okay, my name is Soumya Avasthi, like that I'm not going to start. I'll be starting the place I belong to. So you can start by mentioning the place you belong to. Next come what you are currently doing, about your branch. So even introduction, sometimes students do mention about their 10th 12th marks and graduation marks and all these things. Even I don't do that. If you want to mention, you can. Otherwise, I don't think that interviewer really care about your marks and all, right? That is the HR stuff, and he'll be interested. Then definitely he'll be asking you about your marks and all. You can simply mention about your technical part, because this is the thing technical interview is mostly interested in. So mention about your technical part, the languages you are good at. So let's suppose no matter whatever you have mentioned in your resume, mention those things only which you have properly revised when you are introducing yourself, because generally 90% cases what happen now, that whatever you are mentioning in your introduction part, most of the time question will come from this thing only. I'm not saying that 100% this is going to happen, but 90%, because even they don't have time to go through your resume and putting up the questions from there. So that's why, that's what I'm mentioning. Okay, mention about your final year project, that what you have actually done. And never do this, never say that I haven't done any project, because like it's like they'll be confused. They'll be thinking you have invested 4 years, and like what you did in your engineering, at least one project should be there. So even if you haven't done, prepare any project. Like there are lots of projects on the internet itself you're gonna get, and even a basic one that will also work, but at least one project should be there. That's one thing. Next is, mention about the internship that you have done. If you have done any internship, you can mention about those internships as well, like the technology you worked on, what you actually did in that internship, what was your role, and all these things you can mention. Right, so this is what you can mention in your introduction part. Keep it short and concise. It should not be like a story. Okay, so keep it short and concise. And then the topic which are important, I would say, first of all, the programming languages which you are confident about. um Go for Google top 100 questions or top 50 interview questions even would work, but let's be on the safe side and let's go for 100 now. And then oops concepts, very very important. No matter whether you have mentioned it in your resume or not, definitely questions will be from there, because oops is very very important. And even the programming language, let's suppose you mentioned C++, it is an object oriented programming. You mentioned Java, it is an object oriented programming. So it's important that you should be aware of oops concept. So oops concepts, it's not just that the definition you are revising. You should have a real life example with you. If they said inheritance, what is the real life implementation of the same? Can you give any example? Encapsulation, what is the real life example of the same? Can you give any example? So be ready with the real life example as well. Function overloading, function overriding, all these questions are like very much asked in the interview. Next is DBMS. In DBMS, like my own personal experience, if I would say, so they don't usually ask about the theory part. They won't ask you what is transaction. Asset properties they can ask, because it's very important, so they can ask you about asset properties. But generally their focus should be on queries part. They'll be giving you a normal query that okay, this is the table list, we have to extract this particular data. What query you are going to write? Okay, so queries is something that I have got in many interviews, that okay, this is the table and I want to extract this. So this is very important, and at least basic queries you should be able to determine. You should be able to tell them that okay, this is what I can do for extracting the data from that table. And joins are very important. Some questions can be there from joins even. Keys are very important. Super key and candidate key, primary key, foreign key. So you should be having a proper understanding regarding the keys as well from the DBMS part. That's what we are discussing. Then final year project. Let me mention as well. Final year project. Sorry for the bad handwriting. Okay, so final year project, that is also very important. You should have a proper understanding what your project is, what the tech you have used. Even some questions can be from the tech as well. Like suppose you made a machine learning project, so obviously the questions will be put up from machine learning as well. What are the types, what the kind of machine learning has been used here, what is the machine learning algorithm that has been used, why you used Python along with it, and all these like such kind of questions. How you clean the data, like many questions are there, like if you have done the project you must be aware, right? So these kind of questions will be asked. Sometimes they can put up some HR specific questions as well from the project itself, like what were the conflicts you faced when you were making this project. It was an individual project or you made in a group. If it was in a group, then what was your role? So these kind of questions you should be aware of, right? So see, if whatever things I have mentioned in the video, if you're able to prepare all of them, you are going to ace your interview. In the worst case, anything happen, like sometimes the things are depending on the luck on the interviewer as well, right? So that's other thing, but most of the times the questions that you are going to get in your resume from these part only. Oops, DBMS, final year project, the programming languages that you have mentioned you are good at it. Suppose you mentioned Python, so obviously questions will be from Python. So that's all. The questions will be basic only. This is sure from my side. They are not going to ask you very difficult question. Coming to the coding part, so they don't usually ask coding questions. They won't give you a coding question to do and all. In the worst case, anything can happen, right? But they don't ask coding question. and even if they would ask, so it will be an easy one, but generally they don't ask, right? So this is how everything is going to be. So this was all about technical interview. For HR, I would say this would be a easy round. If you have cleared the technical interview, then there are like 99, 95 to 98% chances that you will be get placed in Capgemini. So much focus should be on technical part, I would say, and then on the HR interview. Even I have done one video regarding HR, because I won't suggest to underestimate any round. So the link for the HR interview is given in the description. You can just check this video. I have shared many useful tips related to the HR interview in the video itself. So do check this video as well. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Keep learning, keep preparing. Also, all the best for your interview.